Jai Hind, dear students of class 12th Geography optional. Today I am going to revise growth of population of India. The second book, India People and Economy. Topic is growth of population. Growth of population is a change in the number of people living in a particular area between 2 points of time. Is right? Suppose in 1901 population was 80 crore, 2001 it is 100 crore. So simply the difference between these two base year and final year, the number has changed, is known as growth. So growth means the change in the number of people living in a particular area between 2 points of time. It rates is expressed in percentage. Now when we are expressing it in percent, it is called rate. Population growth has two components, namely natural and induced. While the natural growth is analyzed by assessing the crude birth and death rates, the induced components are explained by the volume of inward and outward movement of people in any given area. It means in and out migration. However, in the present chapter, we are discussing or will discuss only about the natural growth in India. Natural growth means birth minus deaths. The decadal and annual growth rates of population in India are both very high and steadily increasing over time. The annual growth rate of India's population is 1.64% as per 2011 census. Do you know what is population doubling time? जनसंख्या का दोगुना होना क्या होता है आपको मालूम है? Simply, population doubling time is the time taken by any population to double itself. It is a time taken by a population to double itself at its current annual growth rate, known as population doubling time. The growth rate of population in India over the last 1 century has been caused by annual birth rate and death rate and rate of migration and thereby so different trends. There are four distinct phases of growth identified within this period. If you look after the table given to your book, you'll find that there was once a negative growth. You can say in between 1911 and 1921, there was a negative growth in India of population. You can imagine due to epidemics, cholera, plague, etc., population has declined. But in other times, population growth in India remains always positive and high. So we'll discuss population growth of India in four phases. First phase one. Phase one. The period from 1901 to 1921. हर साल इस पार्ट से क्वेश्चन आता है, इसको अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करना आपको. The period from 1901 to 1921 is referred to as a period of stagnant or stationary phase of growth of India's population. Since in this period growth rate was very low, even recording a negative growth, as I told you, negative growth rate during 1911 and 1921. Both the birth rate and death rate were high, keeping the rate of increase low. बर्थ रेट भी ज़्यादा था, डेथ रेट भी ज़्यादा था, जिसकी वजह से दोनों में गैप ज़्यादा नहीं था, पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ भी लो था. कॉज क्या थे? नॉन अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ फूड, health and hygienic condition are not good, as well as medical facility was very poor. So given poor health and medical services, illiteracy of people at large and inefficient distribution system of food and other basic necessities were largely responsible for high birth and death rate in this period. इस फेज वन में बर्थ रेट भी ज़्यादा था और साथ ही साथ डेथ रेट, मृत्यु दर, शिशु मृत्यु दर खास करके बहुत ज़्यादा था. फेज टू. The decades 1921 to 1951 are referred to as the period of steady population growth. and overall improvement in health and sanitation throughout the country brought down the mortality rate. बेहतर होती हुई मेडिकल और अन्य सुविधाएं, बेहतर सैनिटेशन की वजह से मोर्टालिटी रेट में कमी आई, यानी मृत्यु दर में कमी हो गई. एट द सेम टाइम बेटर ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम इंप्रूव्ड, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम, जब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन बढ़ा तो खाद्यान्न वगैरह का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन भी अच्छे से होने लगा. द क्रूड बर्थ रेट रिमेन्ड हाई इन दिस पीरियड बिकॉज ऑफ illiteracy and non-awareness of family planning measures. Birth rate was high, it remains high than the previous phases, but the death rate has declined. This is impressive and backdrop of Great Economic Depression 1920 and World War II. Now, the crude birth rate remained high in this period, leading to higher growth rate than the previous phase. Why? Because the death rate has decreased. डेथ रेट कम हो गया था लेकिन बर्थ रेट हाई ही रहा, और पूरे विश्व में आर्थिक मंदी के बावजूद पॉपुलेशन बढ़ा एक स्तर तक, इसीलिए स्टेडी ग्रोथ ऑफ और स्टेडी फेज बोलते हैं. फेज 3, इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. द डिकेड्स 1951 to 1981 are referred to as the period of population explosion in India, which was caused by a rapid fall in mortality rate but a high fertility rate population in the country. 51 से 81 के बीच में मेडिकल एडवांसमेंट हुआ, लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी बढ़ी, better food were available to the people, so because of that death rate has controlled, but due to illiteracy birth rate was remained high, birth rate बहुत ज़्यादा रह गया. The average annual growth rate as high as 2.2%. It is in this period, after the independence, that development activities were introduced, though a centralized planning process and economy started showing up, ensuring the improvement of living condition of people at large. और साथ ही साथ लोगों के रहन सहन का स्तर भी अच्छा होने लगा, मेडिकल फैसिलिटी अच्छी होने लगी, जॉब मिलने लगे लोगों को. कॉन्सिक्वेंटली देयर वर हाई नेचुरल इंक्रीज. नेचुरल इंक्रीज हाई कब हुआ? तब हाई बर्थ रेट और लो डेथ रेट हुआ. Besides increased international migration bringing in, international migration भी बहुत तेजी से हुआ. कहाँ से हुआ? By from Tibetans, Bangladeshis the worst one. सबसे अधिक बांग्लादेशी लोग, Nepalese and even from Pakistan after the division of country contributed to high growth rate. आज़ादी के बाद बहुत सारे रिफ्यूजी पाकिस्तान से हैं. इवन आप यूपी के लखीमपुर, सीतापुर, पीलीभीत जिलों में या फिर उत्तराखंड में किच्छा डिस्ट्रिक्ट में सिख लोगों को देख सकते हैं. ये सभी सिख लोग कहाँ से आए हैं? पाकिस्तान से आफ्टर द डिवीजन ऑफ कंट्री. और इस समय बेहतर सुविधाओं की वजह से बर्थ रेट तो हाई रहा लेकिन डेथ रेट कंट्रोल हो गया था. इसीलिए बोलते हैं इस पीरियड को पीरियड ऑफ पॉपुलेशन एक्सप्लोजन, जनसंख्या विस्फोट के दशक. नाउ फेज 4, इन द पोस्ट 81 till present, the growth rate of country of population, though remain high, has started slowing down gradually. Now, after 1981, the growth rate of population is showing a declining trend. It is a good thing. But why it is declining? Simply due to spread of literacy. People are becoming illiterate day by day. They are becoming aware regarding the small family norms. Lot of slogans from government has given like हम दो हमारे दो, छोटा परिवार सुखी परिवार, etc. has created mindset of people that a small family is a happy family, etc. So people have adopted family planning measures, which is responsible for declining growth rate. But such a huge population we are, more than 130 crore, a little bit increase is too much. It means a lot of addition of actual number of people. अगर 130 करोड़ में अगर 1.5% भी लोग बढ़ जाते हैं तो लगभग 20 करोड़ लोग जुड़ जाते हैं, 2 करोड़ लोग जुड़ जाते हैं, जितनी की ऑस्ट्रेलिया की पॉपुलेशन है. The total population of Australia is the equivalent to that population what in India is added each and every year. But it is a good sign. The growth rate is declining. because of advancement of people, good literacy, adoption of family planning measures, as well as late marriage. Further, the growth rate of population is, however, still high in the country and has been projected by World Development Report that population of India will touch 1,350 million by 2025. But before that, we have achieved it. The analysis is done so far shows the average growth rate, but the country also has wide variation in growth rates from one area to another, which is discussed now. Regional variation in population growth. Growth is not equal every part of the country equally. The growth rate of population during 1991 and 2001 in Indian states and union territories shows very obvious pattern. The states like Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Puducherry, most of the South Indian states, you can say Goa, so the low rate of growth not exceeding 20% over the decade. Kerala registered the lowest growth, 9.4. Not only in this group of state, but also in country as a whole. It means that Kerala, you can imagine now, it is a state having 100% literacy. Their growth rate is very low because literate person can think about betterment of society, country as well as the family. A continuous belt of states from west to east in northwest, north and north central part of in the country relatively high growth rate has relatively high growth rate than the southern states. It is the belt comprising Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, UP, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Sikkim, Assam, West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. यहाँ पे ग्रोथ रेट हाई रहा. During 2001 and 2011, the growth rates of almost all states and union territories have registered a lower figure compared to the previous decade. 2001 से 2011 के बीच में लगभग हर एक स्टेट में ग्रोथ रेट में कमी आई है. नेमली 1991 एंड 2001 खास करके इस पीरियड में भी देखा गया है ग्रोथ रेट में कमी आई है. इट इज अ गुड साइन. द परसेंटेज डिकेडल ग्रोथ रेट of six most populous states, namely the UP, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh, have all fallen during 2001 and 11 compared to 1991 and 2001. And for being the lowest for Andhra Pradesh, 3.5% points, highest for Maharashtra, 6.7% points, Tamil Nadu, 3.9% points, and Puducherry 7.1% point have registered some increase during 2001 and 2011 over the previous decades. An important aspect of population growth in India is the growth of its adolescents. Adolescents means किशोर जनसंख्या. जनसंख्या जो खास करके 10 से 19 साल के बीच के लड़के या लड़कियां हैं, इनको हम लोग बोलते हैं एडोलेसेंट पॉपुलेशन, किशोर जनसंख्या. At present, the share of adolescents up to the age group of 10 to 19 years is about 20.9%. Use about 21%. You can imagine. हर 100 में से 21 लोग 10 से 19 साल के बीच में हैं. We are having young population. It is a good thing. In future, India will be the supplier of human labor to the world because nowadays there is demand for a skilled one. So it is our moral duty, it is government's duty, it is thinking of Indian people that our population should be trained, should be skilled. Otherwise, unskilled persons do not have access to resources. They are not having any good job. The adolescent population, though regarded as youthful population having high potential, but at the same time they are quite vulnerable if not guided and generalized properly. These adolescents is no doubt good thing, यंग पॉपुलेशन है, लेकिन अच्छे से गाइड नहीं किया गया, उनको चैनलाइज नहीं किया गया, अच्छे से उनको उनकी कैरियर के बारे में जानकारी नहीं दी गई, तो ये बहुत फिर अच्छा नहीं होगा. वो किसके लिए वल्नरेबल हो जाएंगे, डेविएशन करने लगेंगे, उनका कैरियर ग्रोथ रुक जाएगा. There are many challenges for the society as far as these adolescents are concerned, some of which are lower age at marriage, कम उम्र में शादी, illiteracy, particularly female, स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट, स्कूल छोड़ना गरीब बच्चों का, लो इनटेक ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स, खाने में भरपूर न्यूट्रिएंट्स का नहीं होना, हाई रेट ऑफ मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी ऑफ एडोलेसेंट मदर, कम उम्र में जो लड़कियां मां बनती हैं उनकी डेथ बहुत हो रही है, हाई रेट्स ऑफ HIV एंड एड्स इन्फेक्शन बढ़ रहे हैं, फिजिकल एंड मेंटल डिसेबिलिटी और रिटार्डनेस, ड्रग एब्यूज एंड अल्कोहलिज्म, इट्स ऑल लेड टुवर्ड्स जुवेनाइल डिलिक्वेंसी। इसके वजह से बाल अपराध भी बढ़ रहे हैं एंड कमिटेंस ऑफ क्राइम्स एटसेट्रा। और इस उम्र के बच्चे खास करके 15 से 18 के बीच के बच्चे आजकल चोरियां भी बहुत करने लगे हैं, बहुत सारा क्राइम भी करने लगे हैं, तो उनको प्रॉपरली गाइड करके एक अच्छा सिटीजन बनाना होगा। In view of this, the government of India has undertaken certain policies to impart proper education to adolescent groups so their talent and better channelized and properly utilized. The National Youth Policy is one example has been designed to take into the overall development of our large youth and adolescent population. The National Youth Policy of Government of India, launched in the year 2003, stresses on an all-round improvement of the youth and adolescent. सभी adolescents का एक all-round development होना, not only scholastic but co-scholastic area they have to be developed. They have not to develop career only for job. They can develop their career as a sport person, as a counselor, as guide, etc. A lot of fields are there in the society in which they can make their career. It also aims at reinforcing and qualities and patriotism and responsible citizenship. और इन एडोलेसेंट पॉपुलेशन के अंदर देशभक्ति की भावना जगाना और उनको एक अच्छा नागरिक बनाना भी हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। First of this policy is youth empowerment in their terms of their effective participation in decision making. यूथ को डिसीजन मेकिंग में इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट लेना है, इसी की वजह से वोटिंग का एज 21 से कम करके 18 किया गया। Special emphasis was given in empowering women and girl child to bring parity in the male female status. मेल फीमेल स्टेटस को बराबर किया गया। In the view of Constitution, there is no such discrimination on the basis of gender. We all are equal, male or female. Moreover, deliberate efforts were made into youth health, sport and recreation, creativity and awareness about new innovations in spheres of science and technology. तो आजकल बहुत साइंस ओलंपियाड, मैथ्स ओलंपियाड, रीजनल गेम्स, नेशनल गेम्स, बहुत सारे गेम्स हो रहे हैं ताकि यूथ पॉपुलेशन का अच्छा growth or development. It appears from the above discussion that the growth rate of the widely varied over space and time in the country and also highlights valuable social problems related to growth of population. In order to have a better insight into the growth pattern of population, it is also necessary to look into the social composition of population. For today, it's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.